Can install 44-inch Hunter fan now. Putting blade on bracket now.
Oh my God.
Gonna install fan now. 7 years later, can install whole house fan now. New project I'm working on in the hallway with the thermostat. In fact, we even had the borescope out. Running some wiring, new wiring. Remember I mentioned Emerson Collie's hooking us up with a 1980 or 81 whole house fan. We're going to put a triac speed control in here, but also we still have the regular attic fans too, and I'm also going to put the attic fan, the main attic fan and the addition attic fan on variable speed. I'll explain why later in the video I'm doing that. It's mainly for consistency in the main house, but also I'm putting the manual override on the far right. And I may have shown this before. This house has 1 inch thick plaster walls. It's like concrete. So yeah, the borescope. I was drilling my hole in the attic to start fishing the wire down when I had one of those quick connect bits on there. It's a Craftsman set, and that's the only way to work. It fell right down the wall, but luckily we got a magnet on a piece of string and was able to fish it out of the wall. So that's there. So no harm done. And here's how it looks today. I don't have the cover on this one yet, which is going to be one for the whole house fan, because I gotta patch the hole here and there's too big of a gap there. Let's patch both of those while I'm at it. If I didn't mention it before about the stud finders, this house has plaster for wire mesh in between. That's how it's held together. And that said, you know, the stud detector does not work through this plaster. So I figured, okay, here's an outlet, and the stud detector will sometimes work. It picked it up right here and consistently 16 inches over here, which in turn would be 16 inches over here. So I drilled right over here, went right into the stud. So it's no biggie, I'll just patch it, and I got the touch-up paint and I'll fix that. In the meantime, here's the controls here. The fan is currently running right now because I adjusted the thermostat while I was up there to make it run while I was working up there. Put it back, I needed to tweak it a bit because it's 78 degrees in the attic right now, and before it would turn on at 90, turn off at 85, so I gotta readjust it. I got it set a little bit lower than what I should. That said, here's how this works. It's in the off position, but the pilot light's lit. And while I wasn't part of my original oopsie, it just shut off. Perfect timing. Now, the thermostat did that. And that's kind of cool what's going on right now, because the way this pilot lamp switch works is, you know, your hot comes in here, then your switched hot goes out, and that switched hot also operates this pilot light, which goes to neutral. Well, what's going on is that switched hot goes ahead of the thermostat. And what it happens is when it comes on with the thermostat, it kind of back feeds down to here and turns this pilot light on. It's not harmful because it's the same potential and it's only a short run. Because it's really only goes up over to here and about, I would say maybe 5-6 feet this way, which I'll show when I go back up there. So that's kind of how that works. The thermostat shut it off, and down here you have a visual of what's going on. So reality, see, I can turn this on, and I just overrided, I can't even say it, the thermostat. But this is actually the master control because that completely shuts it off, thermostat or override switch. So you can turn it on. Now, the reason why it's humming like that, the metallic clad cable, the cable's actually, when I was up there, I didn't put it back right. It's up against the wood and it's kind of vibrating, so I gotta fix that. But that said, these Green Heck KB Electronics 5 amp triacs, you do have a minimum speed adjustment right here through a little potentiometer, and I adjusted it, and we'll verify the speed of the fan tomorrow. But I adjusted so, because like, listen, if you turn it down, it's quiet, and it also dims the pilot lamp, but I can turn it all the way down, and the pilot lamp's still consistent. I adjusted it so the pilot lamp, because once you get below this point here, the pilot lamp starts flickering. And I have a feeling where it's at now, it's probably spinning just fine upstairs. And I'm going to try starting it on low and make sure it starts up. If not, I'll turn this up a little bit just to correct it. But anyhow, so that's how this works. And the same thing is going to go here for the whole house fan. So you have two identical speed controllers side by side and an override switch for the regular attic fan for moments when I do want to get up in the attic, and so I don't have to go up there and say, oh, it's hot up here, but the fan's not on yet. I'm going to have to adjust the thermostat. Nope, just come down here and go flip, or if I ever want to, just flip. It's just cool to have this here. I mean, it's a neat little cluster with the house thermostat. It's like all side by side. It looks really cool. So, and I just verified it. The very low speed is perfect for it. It's like it started right up. So I got that speed control perfect. Put on low, it just spins just fast enough, and the pilot lamp stays lit. So I readjusted the thermostat. Still off, but override. And as for why does the power go into this first, and then not this, because again, this pilot lamp's having it varied with this triac. It's just how it's wired. Power comes in as 14.2, comes over here as 14.2, and leaves as 14.3. Black wire going straight up to the thermostat, red wire bypassing the thermostat. All with speed control, where this is the main control. Whereas if I took it into this first, it wouldn't work, because basically only one part would be controlled by this, and the other part would bypass it, and that would also be bad when say the thermostat is controlled by this, and then you override it with this. You got two different types of waveforms hitting it. And no, I mean, this wasn't intentional with my design, but I just think it's neat. It stays lit up enough, but I think it's cool how it dims itself, but still stays fully lit, depending on what speed you have it on. And then all this time, if I really didn't want the fan coming on, like over the winter for whatever reason, I'd have to go shut them off at the circuit breaker or go up and turn the thermostat all the way down. Here, I just go click and it's off. And then, like I said, this will be, I'll show this once I patch the hole. This will be for the attic fan, or whole house fan. Originally going to plan to put it right here. This is the center of the house, and all the support for the roof is in the way. So take it down here, and you put it in this corner. It's off center from the house, this way, and it'll fit right up in here. Now, even though this is off center from the main house, left to right, counting the sunroom addition, this is more centered. So that is actually better to have it here anyhow. So, but it's also neat how you can have all three. I don't know, this was Harley's idea. He just wanted, I said, I want to put a speed control on the attic fans. And I was just going to leave it in the attic. He said, well, bring it down the house. And then I'm like, okay, if I'm going to do that, I'm going to put an override switch in. So I did, with a pilot lamp. It's an actual neon lamp. And then as I while we're at it, we'll put an identical speed controller next to it for the whole house fan Emerson's giving us. So this is just really neat. As simple as it is, and how many homes do you know like are set up like this? I just love stuff like this really bad. It is so cool. So now we're going to show the regular attic fan we have. So, and go ahead and turn it down. And back to high. And off. So that's done with the controls in the hallway. Whereas the thermostat's set, just not on right now and active. So, okay. This is in the addition to the house, which is currently being remodeled and almost finished, really. Just new floor after we paint. This is just primer on the walls. But we'll leave it on high and override. And it's running in variable speed. Okay, I'm filming this from down below because we got stuff in the middle of the floor. But go ahead and turn it on high. And turn it down. There's a wire mesh that goes on the outside to prevent anything from coming in. And that's low. And it's vibrating with the fan, and it's bolted on there. I'll just have to tighten it. But that's what that sound you hear is. Even on the lowest speed, it has a tremendous amount of suction still. So, and go ahead and put it back on high and then off. Yes, Leo. And off. And there you go. Alright. All three are installed, although I'm probably going to have to take the cover off this one. Emerson Collie is here, and we're already prepping to do it. Everything's going to work, though we're going to do something in a little bit of a unique way on how we're mounting it, which we'll show while we're up in the attic. So there's the Collie right there.
Hey guys.
So he's going to be helping me with this, and we'll detail what we're doing in this video. And here we are right now. Just cut 2 boards to frame it in. 22.5 inches wide. There's the fan sitting there now.
The fan sitting there now.
There's the wiring run over to. I'm going to connect.
Installing whole house fan now.
Yeah. I'm going to be connecting the wiring, you know, non-metallic Romex to this to run into the fan. And that's kind of where we're at. We kind of got the floorboard torn up right here right now. So right now we're just about to screw those boards in. That'll be perfect. Cool. Got the air cleaner right there. We're ready to cut this out. Got a China Pride Chicago electric reciprocating saw. So we're using that to get it out. Sawzall cut the hole in the plaster, which was rather heavy, weighed like 20 plus pounds, just for this little piece. Not straight, but we'll fix it. It was just hard going through all that. So yeah, this is what it looks like from down below. Now you see all those notches in there. We had to take out about a little less than half an inch of the joist right there. It's non-load bearing, so that's not a problem. But the fan, the shutters are 23¼ inches wide. They got to go up here, and we only have 22½ inches to work with. So that's what we're doing. But from this side to this side is brand new wood. As you can see, we just framed that in. Emerson did that, and that doesn't need any modification, so just the existing. And while I'm down here, I was standing right here, and the other cool part is you can see the other fan, that attic fan up there, which will be used when we have the air conditioning on. Keep the attic cool. And use the whole house fan when we have the windows open. It's a neat little solution. Is it working?
Yeah.
Cool. So Emerson's using it's a hammer drill. It's a rotary hammer, and he's knocking out a couple of the notches with a chisel, and then we're going to cut it the rest of the way. Yeah.
See, just those 2 slots started.
Yeah. So I guess it was good I had that tool.
Yeah.
Been much easier than trying to pound it off a regular chisel.
7 years later, can install whole house fan now.
Alright, it's about 11:30, same day. Just got done playing Cards Against Humanity with several of our friends. Some really wrong things happened. But I just had to record this little part because it just looks weird. It's like something I was seeing in a dream, because we got like these 4200 Kelvin, or probably more like 6300 Kelvin bulbs up there in the attic, and it just looks weird with the light just shining down like this. And still got the attic, the actual attic fan still is up there purring away with the override switch turned on. So yeah, I gotta go to work tomorrow, so we're gonna do some work real quick before I go to bed. Here's where we're at right now. Emerson started building the box around the fan. So what we'll do, I'll leave this sit on top of the ladder. Perfect. Okay, we're bolting up the sides, and there's Emerson. Say hi.
Hey, how's it going?
So one more side to put up, then we got to create little wedges on the side to seal up the rest. Quick test run on high. Don't have a window open yet, so it's pretty much short cycling itself. It'll go up, over, down through the attic entrance and back, and it's it just pushes itself open. And I'm gonna adjust it finally whenever we do that, but I'll turn on pimp speed. And actually, even though in this slow, it still moves pretty good air. So we'll adjust it. This is like the absolute lowest I could go. Right now, we'll see if it opens the shutters just fine, and I'll leave it at this speed here for minimum. First test, shutter test. It's not done yet. Still have to clean up and paint and everything around the thing. Just the shutter test. Why don't you go underneath of the camera? Okay. We only have one window open as a test. The attic's sealed off. Here's high.
Sweet! No China pride here. Alright, he's putting it all the way on low.
Got the right low speed to work with the shutters. So it makes hardly any noise on low. Now,
That bitch is fat.
here, I'll take it. Go over, stand by the window, and I'll show your hair blowing. Alright? Look at this fat, yo. Alright. Yeah, move to your left a little bit, because where I'm going to stand. Alright, now I'm going to correct. Right now, you see the curtain. Actually, I'm going to shut off completely right now. Shutter's closed. See the curtains fall back down. And here's high. That's high. Yep. And this is low. And we can do any speed in between. But even on low, it's keeping the curtains poofed out.
And I still feel the airflow.
Yep.
And a bug just flew the window.
And even though it's on low, you can't even hear it over here. So,
How quiet the shutter shut once you shut it off.
yeah, so.
You hear nothing at all.
Come on, focus. There we go. And here's the shutters closing.
Not a sound.
That's what's up.
Yep.
Peace.
Right? And this is what it looks like from above now. Probably zoomed in still, yep. So that's the box we built. And I wrapped it with insulation completely around for one, you know, keep vapor barriers on the inside. And we're going to make a lid for this so we can close it off during the winter, so it'll be completely insulated. The only thing I didn't get insulated because I ran out of insulation was that little triangle there on the side. I'll fix that later. But other than that, from the shutters to the fan, it is completely airtight now. And you see, that's the other thing. I used MC cable, ran to that junction box back there, and that's where it runs from there. Emerson?
Yeah.
Turn it on high. So yeah, this is our custom whole house fan installation. Show you that's what the back of it looks like. So I got the box completely wrapped. Turn on low. Has a nice wind down sound to it. So that's the low speed we set with the triac. That gave us the best amount of opening pressure to keep the shutters open. But damn, it's move a lot of air. Back to high. And off. So, yeah, there you go. A custom fan install, 1982 Emerson 24-inch fan. Thank you, Emerson Collie. And now we have the whole house fan.
She's looking at the fan.
Hey Leah, you like the fan?
She likes the fan. We're here having dinner. Well, I'm having beans, and we had hamburgers and onion rings. And now he's having cookies and ketchup.
No ketchup.
Oh.
Well, hello everyone. And now we see the completed product thanks to Emerson Collie. Here is the house fan. Open it up just like that. But that's it. It's installed now, 7 years later. So, finally got a whole house fan, something I've always wanted since I was little. Both of us really, and it does such a fantastic job. Now with the cooler weather coming about, you know, it's going to be great to use it, because this bear loves fresh air. So when the weather permits, we open up the windows, like right now, except it's a little cooler. So we'll come over here for a second. Turn the control on. Hi. So I'm going to click it, you film the whole house fan. here, it's reached up pimp speed because it's going so slow you can see the blades. But it still moves an incredible amount of air. I'm going to turn this back up on high. This whole house fan changes air in this house about every 2 minutes. Got about up on the first level here, about 1,500 square feet. And you take that times 8, that'll give you your cubic feet, and it comes to about every 2 minutes. And it's even if we have all the windows open and every space open, it's probably quicker than that. Because, you know, closets and all, we don't have open. That's a relatively large closet. So, come with me for a second. This is the fun part about being a pet bearer. I have to speak to other people. Now, what I like to show is this window. This is how much it's sucking. Now, mind you, we have like all the windows open. It's still pulling that much. So, yeah. Now, what I'll do, I'll close off some windows just to give you a rough idea how much it pulls. And now, we've closed off some of the larger windows. Basically, we only have the living room and the kitchen open. And look how much this fan is pulling in. Oh yeah. And one thing we can show real quick, we'll put on low speed and show how much it still sucks in. And here, this lovely assistant Harley Badger
Yay.
turned the fan speed on pimp speed, which is so slow, but look at it. It's still just pushing these out.
I can feel it blowing over me.
Close this like all the way down, and bam. But the second you pop open the window, that's on low. Now, let's come over here. Now, right here, I'm going to film that fan.
Okay.
And for a future demonstration, we put a modern day Lasco or Galaxy China Pride box fan in the window, right over there. That's on low. That is as in the whole house fan. Go ahead and crank it up on high. That's how much the whole house fan is sucking in literally every window in this house. And it is quite a good amount. Now, we use that fan in a later demonstration video. Alright, come with me. One more thing we gotta show. What the hell? We got a phone call. Hello? It's McMahon.
McMahon! McMahon!
Hello? Oh, no, that was nothing. What? You mean a whole house fan brings in too much dust? And who would open their windows? You really are McMansioner.
McMahon!
That's what I was doing. McMahon is complaining that he never opens his windows because it is so dusty and dirty and fresh air. I mean, this bear loves fresh air. Up here where the humidity is nice and low and it's cool out, it's the perfect time to open up the house and just enjoy it. That's why we did this. Yes, we have a state-of-the-art HVAC system by Carrier. But we don't use it year round. We don't even have the auto function enabled on this thing. That's why I added all these extra controls for when we want to use fans. Because fans are cool. Don't deny it. They're cool. Literally and figuratively. Now we got that situation squared away with McMahon interrupting my video. I ain't selling him any whole house fans anytime soon. I want to show one more demonstration of this whole house fan. So the louver's closed. Show the living room or kitchen window again. See how it's closed? Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn on this China Pride on exhaust. There's a specific reason I'm doing this. You ever notice there's quite a few videos on YouTube floating around about, whole house fans, do it yourself on the cheap, and just buy a Walmart box fan or equivalent, and they put it, it's like, ooh, it's working. I want to show you why that doesn't work. First of all, these box fans can barely cool a room by themselves, so let alone barely this room here. So
Barely.
so I'm going to go turn this on. It's on suction, as in exhaust.
Well, it definitely sucks.
Yeah. Back to this window. Now knocking stuff over. And there it is again.
Well, I don't feel any airflow.
Nope.
But all these videos. Oh, I took a Walmart box fan and I screwed it into a hole in the ceiling and it reduced the temperature in my house by 20 degrees. It cools my whole house without air conditioning. Yeah, I doubt it.
John Brown.
Yeah.
2 minutes.
Well, there's that one guy who specifically told me I don't know what I'm talking about because he's got a 3-story house and his one Walmart box fan in the 3rd floor sucks air in through all the windows and cools his house by 20 degrees. Well, sir. The curtain's not even moving, much less blowing out.
Yep. Frowned upon.
Frowned upon. Highly.
So, in conclusion, for this video, back over here, I want to once again thank you, Emerson Collie, for making this happen, and we really appreciate it. And now this Burr and this Badger can enjoy some cool, fresh outside air whenever we so choose to. Just one more time, go ahead and turn it on while I'm standing underneath it.